Well, welcome back to Created to Create. And today is special because we're wrapping up this weekly journey together. And if you've been following along, we've taken time to reflect on your identity as a creative, worship beyond music, overcoming fear and comparison, listening before creating, excellence in your craft, and communicating God's message. And today we're bringing it all together. This isn't just the end of the series, it's the beginning of how you move forward as a creative. And let's start with we began. We were created to create, not by accident, but not as an afterthought, but intentionally by a creative God. And from the beginning, we see God creating. And because we're made in His image, that creativity lives in you today. This week wasn't about trying to become something new. It was about remembering who you already are. A creator, an artist, a vessel. And when you create, you reflect on Him. We also talked about worship, and not just as music, but as a lifestyle. Your art is worship when it comes from your heart. It's offered to God and it reflects truth and authenticity. And so whether you're painting, writing, designing or building something, it can all be an act of worship, for your workspace can become sacred. Your process can become prayer. You don't need a stage to worship, you just need willingness. We've faced something real this week. We faced fear, comparison, and the need for validation. And here's the truth that we've learned. Comparison kills calling. So the moment you start measuring yourself against others, you step away from what God uniquely placed in you. And your assignment is not to compete. It's to be faithful. You don't need to be the best, be the most visible, or be perfect. You just need to show up and create, because your voice matters, your perspective matters, and your obedience matters. And so we've also learned the importance of connection, that creativity flows best from intimacy with God. Not pressure, not striving, not burnt out, but connection. So when you pause, when you pray, and when you listen, something shifts. Your creativity becomes deeper, more meaningful, and more aligned. And you begin to understand this truth. You are not creating alone. God is with you in the process. He's guiding you, He's inspiring you, and He's speaking. And finally, we talked about purpose. Your art is not just for you. It can encourage someone, it can speak truth, it can bring hope, and it can reflect God's heart. Your creativity has the ability to reach people in ways words alone sometimes can't. Which means that your work matters. So even if it feels small, even if it feels unseen, and even if only one person is impacted, it still matters. So here's what I want to leave with you with as we close this week. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect. And you don't have to wait until you feel ready. You just have to start and stay faithful. Keep creating, keep showing up, and keep trusting God with your purpose. Because what you're doing is bigger than you think. Your art is worship, your creativity is purpose, and your obedience is impact. And God can use what you create to bring light into places that need it most. So here's the final challenge for this week. Take everything that you've learnt this week and apply it. Create something that comes from connection, is free from comparison, that it carries intention and it reflects truth. And then release it. Not for applause, but as an offering. So thank you for being part of this journey. And if this series encouraged you, share it with another creative who needs to this reminder. And remember that you were created to worship. You were created to create. And your art has purpose. And most of all, keep going, keep growing. And I will see you on the next series of podcasts.